I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Time out.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
and they got to find points elsewhere tonight. Mason Boggs, I know the last game that we had broadcast when they played Knott County up at Knott County, didn't have the hot hand, so he's got to get the hot hand tonight, and I feel like Jaden Ambergy, if he can get the Cougars out in transition early, could be a long night for the Bulldogs.
I'm kind of curious where we had to change venues up here. We know the court is exactly the same. We know the goals are the same, but there's such a small set of bleachers and stuff. It seems like you're right in, and I wonder how that'll affect these two teams as far as shooting goes, not having that open space that they're used to.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier today as I was thinking on the game tonight, how they're going to make the big adjustments, both teams tonight, in this matchup, because as you mentioned, it is not like Memorial Gym. It is not like the Cougar basketball facility up at Letcher County Central, but it is old school, very familiar. It's not like Hazard's not played here before. It's not like you've not ever had Letcher Central in a different way. Neon Whitesburg play here, and of course this is the first of our doubleheader tonight. The next game will feature the Lady Cougars of Letcher County Central taking on the Lady Cats of Betsy Lane, and we're getting ready to get set here for the tip between the 14-8 Hazard Bulldogs and the 12-9 Letcher County Central Cougars. Should be a good one. The rematch, both of these teams got the home and home. We're getting more people coming in and seeing a lot of people here tonight, a lot of familiar faces, and we'll be back here in just a few moments. We'll probably take about a 3-minute break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll have the starting lineup on the other side of the break.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, X-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but
And we're just getting ready here for the starting lineups between the Hazard Bulldogs and the Letcher County Cougars. And the Bulldogs in the navy blue uniforms and the white numerals, gold trimmings. Letcher County Central in the white uniforms, blue numerals, blue letters, and blue trimmings. And here we go. First for the Hazard Bulldogs, starting at small forward, the senior, number 10, Tucker Napier. Starting at small forward, the senior, number 1, Talon Osborne. Starting at power forward, the senior, number 22, Tucker Johnson. Starting at point guard, the junior, number 2, Trace Kincaid. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Hazard Bulldogs, at shooting guard, the senior, number 13, Seth Cottle. And for the Letcher County Central Cougars, starting at shooting guard, the junior, number 3, Jaden Ambergy. Starting at point guard, the sophomore, number 20, Mason Boggs. Starting at power forward, 00, the junior, Cam Hayes. Starting at shooting guard, the senior, number 4, Logan Kahn. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Cougars, starting at small forward, he is a senior and wears number 14, Terry Delaney. And your coach for the Hazard Bulldogs, Casey Huff, 14-8 in his first year at Hazard, and Trevor Noble in his second year at Letcher County Central, 12-9. Your officials for tonight, Benny Campbell, Travis Perry, and Dylan Fields. Mark, really quick, what needs to be said here early on for both teams to establish the lead and momentum?
I think the biggest thing is just who can set up the tempo and can establish their game plan from the beginning. If they do a lot of transition early on, I don't know whose favor that'd be for, because both teams move the ball very well. So that set offense is going to determine this ball game, in my opinion.
And again, we talked about it there in the pregame. I know we were having some technical difficulties with audio. Always great by our producer, Kobe Ambergy, to be on top of things and to catch that. And going to be interesting to see the Cam Hayes-Seth Cottle matchup if we see what happened back at Memorial Gym as Hazard controls the tip and Johnson off the Cottle. Zone early on here for the Cougars. Moving the ball around. Osborne, nice bounce pass down to Tuck. Back out, Cottle, that's a long 3, left wing, money. And Seth Cottle continues from where he left off at Memorial Gym, 3-0 Hazard early on.
Nice shot from the corner. I mean, they just run that set play.
Man-to-man for Hazard. Boggs with Kincaid on him, over to Hayes. Hayes moving around. Seth on him, long 3. Can Boggs answer back? And Mason Boggs does, and we're knotted up with 3. That's what you want if you're the Cougars.
Identical play on opposite ends of the court.
7:10 remaining. Delaney now on Cottle this time. Jumped it off to a man in the switch and moving it around. Kincaid, nice pass down the Napier. Back out to Johnson. Taking their time. Kincaid back to Cottle. Cottle had that look deep too if it goes. And the rebound, nearly brought down by Tucker Johnson, but Delaney pulls it down. At the other end, the shot's up and in. Mason Boggs makes it 5-3 Hazard, their first lead of the game tonight.
Nice transition break there for the Cougars.
Nice pass. Osborne up and in, knocks this game back up at 5. 6:28 to go, first quarter.
That was a great cut to the ball by Osborne.
Off to Kahn on the right wing now, going to dribble. Switches his hands, tries to find Boggs again, sealed off. Boggs finally gets it. And they'll set up with 6:10 as Boggs goes back and looks at Noble. Aggressive man defense, Kincaid giving Boggs no room at all. Tried to get a screen there, Boggs still keeping it. Nice little floater, but a block by Seth Cottle. And they keep possession of it, does Letcher Central, and a 3. Ambergy knocks it down, and now the Cougars 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, leading it 8-5 with their largest of the game.
That was a good job by Mason to be able to get his own rebound after they blocked it and kick it out to Ambergy.
Tucker Napier now moving around, gets it off to Talon Osborne. He's going to drive. Nice little spin move, goes right at Hayes and gets it in. Nothing you can do there. Give him his 4th point of the game, 8-7. And then a near steal, and it is. Trace Kincaid lays it up and gives the Bulldogs the lead right back. First turnover off points, and now it's 9-8.
I mean, that was just a nice break back. He doubled back and was able to make that steal.
Delaney sealed off. Nice, got Napier in the air and a tough shot. And Delaney gives the Cougars the lead back at 10-9. 4:55 remaining. Great game here so far. You can feel the tension. Cottle tried to get it over to Tucker Johnson, but then Osborne bails him out. Back to Johnson. A fight for the ball on the court between Ambergy and Johnson, and that's Hazard's first turnover of the game. Ambergy going coast to coast. Nice little fake, puts it up. Cannot get it to go. Kahn the rebound. Kahn puts it up. He can't get it to go. Ambergy the tip and in. And now Letcher Central up 12-9.
Great job on the boards by the Cougars that trip.
Matches the largest lead for either team. And a near turnover there. Osborne now with it in the corner. They go over to Kincaid, and we're going to have a foul. That's going to be, on Mason Boggs. That will be his team first.
These teams are going at it as if it was a district championship or something.
Definitely has the feel of a regional tournament here. Inbounds there to Cottle. 4:08 remaining here, opening quarter. 12-9 Cougars on top. Cottle, nice take in the finger roll, and we're going to have, let's see here, points count. So it's going to, and that is now the 2,000th career point for Seth Cottle. That comes at 4:01 in the opening quarter. Congratulations to Seth Cottle on what you've been able to do at Hazard in your high school career. 12-11, and we'll step out here for 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Super nice gesture there. Coach Noble gave away the game ball to Seth and got a new game ball as he's in the middle of the court getting his picture taken. Great respect from Coach Noble.
That'll be one to keep, and Coach Huff is Seth's mom came down to the court to take the picture, but now the assistant coach there for Hazard are going to go up there and give it to Seth's mother there, and but just incredible accomplishment. Of course, Seth's older sister, Haley Cottle, had a big game in Letcher County back in the 2020 semifinals of the 14th Region Girls Tournament. So basketball's definitely in the family. 12-11 here. Good gesture there by Coach Noble. Here's going to be Hayes, his first three of the game. Cannot get it to go, and Osborne will take the rebound. That's the first miss from beyond the arc for Letcher Central. Here's Tucker Johnson from the free throw line. Can't get it to fall. A fight for the rebound, and Tucker Napier with the rebound. Bounce pass and another turnover. Ambergy comes up with the steal. Second turnover for the Dogs this game. Boggs thought about it, and now they'll set it up with Kahn down to Ambergy. The reverse, cannot get the fall, and Tucker Johnson pulls the board down. And we're going to have a steps called on Trace Kincaid. Third turnover there. And I think if you're Hazard right now, you got to settle it down, Mark, because that's 3 turnovers already, something they normally don't do a whole lot of early on.
Yeah, both teams have made some unforced turnovers by trying to push the ball. And like I said, I look for them to get into that half-court offense.
Boggs now. Napier aggressively on him. Nice pass down low, a near turnover. Hayes gets it back. He'll pull for the jumper, in and out. And Osborne the rebound. The length of Hazard stopped the pass to Delaney there, and we're going to have a foul on Logan Kahn. That will be his first, team second. I believe this will be on the floor, but we'll double check it here with the, nope, 2 free throws coming up. Hazard on the season, they are a 63.5% team from the free throw line. We have a little bit of a timeout here. Letcher Central. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
And 2:53 to go here as Hazard Bulldogs are at the lines. Osborne makes the first one.
And these are the first free throws of the night. Osborne knots the game back up at 12. And the next one no good, and the rebound comes down to Logan Kahn. Osborne with 5 points tonight so far. Here's Boggs, another three. Nearly got it to go, but Tucker Johnson, another rebound. His second of the game. Cougars now 2 of 4 as a team from beyond the arc. Here comes Kincaid for the jumper. Got the friendly roll. That's his shot. He's got 4 points in the game, and it's now 14-12, as that's now 5 straight points for the Bulldogs.
You know, both these teams are shooting the ball really well, so evidently this change of venue hasn't affected it a whole lot.
2:15 remaining. Bounce pass to Hayes from Boggs. Hayes nearly went out of bounds, saved it though. Here comes Delaney. Nice pass back to Hayes on the reverse. Rolls around the world and in, and we're knotted back up at 14.
Nice passing, nice ball movement there.
Cottle takes his time, under 2 to go here in the opening quarter. Nice backdoor to Osborne, and Osborne, he's having a quarter. 7 for him, and it's 16-14 Hazard. A minute 45 remaining here in the first quarter.
Right now, I feel like Hazard's half-court offense has been stronger than the Cougars.
Boggs thought about it. Bounce pass, Kahn. Hayes wasn't expecting it, just the second turnover for the Cougars, and then Hazard turns it right back over. Delaney out to Boggs. Boggs going to drive, kicks it. Here's Ambergy, the long three. Got it! They needed that, and Ambergy now with 8 points in the game, and it's 17-16. Cougars on top by 1.
And just like that, the score changes again. Wow.
Like a ping pong match here early on. Off to Johnson. He'll look around. Nice backdoor again. Kincaid on the reverse, and Kincaid was 6 points. He's having a quarter as well. Under a minute to go, 18-17. Bulldogs by 1. Back to Boggs. Boggs is going to kick it to Ambergy again. They'll move it around. Here comes Hayes on the baseline. Nearly went out of bounds. Good pass here. Delaney, the three, cannot get it to fall. And Osborne, another rebound, 3 for him in this quarter. Tucker Johnson picked up his dribble. Oh, and passed it right to Delaney. The 5th turnover for Hazard. 18-17. Here comes Kahn. Goes right at Tucker Johnson. Can't get it to fall. Ball's tapped around, and Kincaid with the rebound. Here's Kincaid with 20 seconds. Pulls. Cannot get it to fall, and Ambergy the rebound. I think here, if you're Letcher Central, Mark, you got 15 seconds hold for the final shot.
Absolutely. That's what he's going to do. Set up a half-court play and try to end on a strong note.
Ambergy now going to drive. Nearly lost it. Got it back over to Kahn. 3 seconds. Kahn with the fake. Kahn with the drive at the horn. And we'll have a foul on Tucker Johnson. That will be his first, team first. So Letcher Central will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with a chance to either tie it or take the lead. Letcher Central tonight, 66.1% as a team from the free throw line. They're averaging 35 rebounds a game to Hazard's 31, and Kahn ties the game up, and now all starters for Letcher Central have scored in this game. Kahn will give the Cougars the lead after 1, and it's 19-18 as the Letcher County Central Cougars lead it over the Hazard Bulldogs here at the Roy T. Reeser Gymnasium in Fleming, Neon, Kentucky, back in 60 seconds.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
And after one quarter, 19-18, getting ready to start this second quarter out. And wow, Anthony, what a first quarter.
Very entertaining, Mark, and just incredible there. Logan Kahn with 2 big free throws to end the quarter, and Letcher Central will have the ball. Largest lead for both teams, Hazard at 3 and Letcher Central at 3. It was 12-9, and Hazard scored 5 straight points. A nice little cut as Gillum's in for the first time tonight, as well as Addison Harrington. Give him his 2 points of the game, 21-18. That still matches the largest lead. Also, Javion Fullwood into the game for Hazard.
Yeah, they've made a lot of changes here as they're trying to save the legs, I'm sure, for some of the other players.
Jaden Wright in for Letcher Central as well, too, the sophomore wearing number 11. In the corner, the long tray, that was Osborne, could not get it to fall. And the rebound, Hayes. Boy, it kept Hayes off the boards in that first quarter. That's his first of the game. And a strip by Fullwood, and it'll stay with Hazard. Good move there by Delaney, but the length of Fullwood caused the block to get out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, I watched him play in the JV game, and he's a big body inside.
Give and go. Here's Hayes, and he lost it. Just the 3rd turnover for Letcher Central. Hazard with their 4th steal of the game unofficially. 7-3, 7 minutes to go here. Kincaid might have gotten away with a carry there, but they're going to kick it back out to Fullwood. Hazard sets it up, trailing 21-18. 3 has been the magic number for both teams. They've not been able to have a bigger lead than that here at the Sue and Dougie Kinzer Court. Patient ball movement here by the Dogs. A long 3, Osborne cannot get it to go. Tucker Napier, the rebound, though. Hazard now 1 of 3 from beyond the arc as a team. Here comes Cottle doing what he does best. Good defense and gets it over Wright and company. His 7th point of the game, and it's now 21-20. Letcher still on top with 6:25 to go until halftime.
Yeah, those second chance points have been paying off for both teams right now.
Nice pass to Hayes, the nice dish down low, and Wright with the big bucket. Saw Jaden Wright's dad before the game. I know it's going to bring a smile to his face. 23-20. Cougs back up by 3. 6 minutes remaining. Both teams working for every single point it has been so far. Osborne picks up his dribble. Cottle to Kincaid, a 3. Kincaid got it, and we're tied. Trace Kincaid with 9 points. He averages 14.7 points per game, close to that average. Hazard now 2 of 4 from beyond the arc as a team. Letcher Central 3 of 6. 5:38 to go until halftime. Gillum to Delaney in the corner. Addington, who had a big 2 earlier. Back out to Hayes. And the length and Hazard causes Letcher Central to turn it over for their 4th time of the game. Kincaid, patience. Osborne nearly lost it. High pass. Delaney. Oh, that would have been another turnover. Hazard. And now here comes Hayes in transition. Behind the back, Addington puts up a tough shot. Got it. Addington with 4 points in the game. All coming in this quarter alone, and now it's 25-23. Cougars back on top.
Yeah, the Cougars are setting in this little zone defense. The key is they're talking. As long as they're talking, it'll work out fine for them.
Osborne checks back at Coach Huff. I asked Coach Huff before the game, of course, he played at Harlan. Here's a long 3. Kincaid. Boy, he's heating up. It's dangerous to watch. He's got 12 in the game, and now Hazard regains the lead at 26-25. But as I was saying there, Mark, Coach Huff as a Harlan Green Dragon never got to play the Pirates of Neon in his high school career.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting because Huff graduated in 05 from Harlan as Delaney the 3 and answers right back.
I did not realize that.
28-26. We'll have a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. Letcher Central, we'll just keep it right here. And Mark, both teams just really, it seems like nobody wants to keep the lead long. It's just a back and forth matchup, and you got to wonder if this continues until halftime when that's going to start breaking apart, or will that be the case for the whole game?
Yeah, both teams' defense has been collapsing back into paint to try to keep Seth and Cam and those guys from penetrating. And they've been daring them to shoot from outside. And right now, both teams are lighting it up. Man, this is a slugfest.
Both teams have made 3 threes apiece. If you add both of them up, 11 threes have been taken in this game. 6 of 11 is what both teams are. Well, Hazard 3 of 6, and now, or excuse me, Letcher 3 of 6, Hazard 3 of 5. And if you'd have told me coming into this game that the scoring would be balanced there with Hazard and then with Letcher too, and they'd still be up 2, I think a lot of people would take that, Mark Young.
Oh, absolutely. And but you always see your better players like Seth and Cam and some of those, Delaney and some of those guys in the second half kind of pick it up and go. Turn it up that other notch, if you will.
Of course, with the snow and everything, not much time left of the season. Next week concludes the regular season for boys and girls basketball. And then after that, it'll be the district tournaments. 4:13 remaining. Seth gets a nice cut to the basket and in. He's got 9 points and knocks the game back up at 28. 4:05 remaining until halftime. Off to Addington. Wright to Delaney. Delaney, tough shot, can't get it to fall. And Seth Cottle pulls down the rebound, his first of the game, 3:50 remaining. Seth going to have a foul on the floor. This will be the first team foul on Letcher County Central. They're going to get this on Wright. That'll be his first. Not seen a whole lot of fouls in this game, Mark. That was just the 4th foul overall. So far, a total of 3 on the Cougars and 1 on Hazard.
Yeah, and that particular play, I think they had an option. They could have called it on about 4 Cougars.
Johnson, the nice little floater, got the spin move, and Tucker Johnson gets his first points of the game tonight. Hazard regains the lead at 30-28. And Coach Noble going to bring in a host of substitutions for the Cougars at the next dead ball. Delaney gets a screen over to Addington. Addington, can he tie it? Cannot get it to fall. Ball's tapped around, and Tucker Johnson comes down with his 3rd rebound of the game. Kincaid into the front court. Kincaid on the baseline. Back out to Napier. Over to Cottle. 3:10 remaining. Cottle going to go right at Delaney. Tough matchup. Cottle makes it and counts it. That's now a 6-0 run for Hazard, and now that's the largest lead for either team at 32-28.
Cottle probably squares his shoulders up when he shoots better than any player that I've seen.
2:50 remaining. Hazard's now gone back to a man after a little bit of a zone trap. Delaney looking around here, dribbling with his right hand. Going to go up. Tough fall-away shot. Can't get it to fall. Jaden Wright, the nice tip out to Delaney. Delaney can't get it to fall. Delaney comes up with it, though, and draws the foul. Second chance opportunities for Wright to keep that going. And they get that foul on Seth Cottle, his first, team first. Letcher Central 2 of 2 as a team from the line tonight. That was Logan Kahn that made both of those. Hazard 1 of 2. And that was Osborne that shot them. So Delaney looking to stop a 6-0 run here and looking for his 6th point and gets it.
YMT ran a great story on Delaney today. I don't know if you read it yet or not, but it's a good read. You need to check it out.
And the substitutions, Cam Hayes, Jaden Ambergy, Logan Kahn, and Mason Boggs all back into the game. Delaney cannot get that one to fall, and the rebound comes down to Cottle. Tough shot. Cottle can't get it to fall. Kahn the rebound. At the other end, Kahn, the tough jumper from the free throw line, was contested by Johnson. It was partially blocked, but then the Cougars could not hold on to that there. And, last touch by them, and Hazard will have the ball with 2:11 remaining.
Yeah, that was a good call. Referee come over and helped him. It was touched by Logan Kahn.
Yep. 2:11. Hazard will inbounds here deeply. It's going to be Cottle out to Johnson. Kincaid, can he get another one? In and out on that one. Cottle the rebound. Stays with it, but we're going to have a block on Cam Hayes. And that's the first block for the Cougars in the game. Kahn back to Hayes. 1:55 remaining, 32-29 your score. Now Boggs will set it up. Kahn briefly thought about it there. He's going to drive anyway. Kahn up in the air, and Seth Cottle with a strip block, or a nice block there. Gets it off, and Osborne will set it up. Ooh, to Luke Combs up and in, and Luke Combs with his first action tonight makes it Hazard 34-29, their largest lead of the game, on an 8-1 run.
And the Cougars just have to set up their half-court game.
Oh, tough pass there, as that's the 5th turnover for the Cougars. Hazard was 6. Very close there, 1:08 remaining, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And See how long Coach Noble wants here. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
1:13 to go here in the first half. Bulldogs have pulled out to a 5-point lead, 34-29. As we get ready to resume the last minute of this quarter, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this thing plays out.
As Cottle will take the inbounds from Johnson, 1:10 remaining. The Cougars only have 2 timeouts, have 2 fulls left. From what I've been able to count, Hazard yet to take a timeout in this game. 1 minute remaining. Hazard currently on an 8-1 run. It was 28-26 Cougars. And since then, only a free throw has been made by the Cougars, and Hazard's just been able to move it around through transition and build up on this lead patiently. Delaney not letting off Cottle. The double team comes. Nice back door, and Osborne back out to Napier. And looks like Hazard going to be content, just like Letcher was at the end of the first quarter, to hold for the final shot. But unless Boggs gets on him, they'll set it up. Bounce pass. Napier looking around. High pass to Osborne. He gets by Kahn. Tried to pass it. That's going to be off his shoe. Good call there by Ref Fields. And that will be the 7th turnover for Hazard. So now 14 seconds left. Mark, what are you drawing up if you're Coach Noble and company here to get a basket before the halftime buzzer?
They're going to have to spread the offense a little bit and try to penetrate. And if they collapse, kick it out.
Ambergy with 7 seconds. Here comes Hayes. 5 seconds. Hayes looking. Hayes picks up and steps called.
That's a good call.
Yep. Good eyes there by Fields. He's made good calls on back-to-back possessions. 6th turnover for the Cougars. And nobody subbing anyone in but Tucker Johnson. 2.4 seconds remaining. Will be on the inbounds. Hazard leading at 34-29. They go into Seth Cottle. Seth Cottle going to pull for the long 3 and cannot get it to fall. And we have played a half. Hazard closes it out on a 8-1 run to build up a 5-point lead, their largest lead of the game. We'll be looking at stats on the other side of the break. We'll be back in 3 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
.606 left here in the halftime space, and both teams are starting to come back out on the court, it looks like. The Bulldogs have a 34-29 lead, Anthony. It started out really tight, and Bulldogs was able to have a spurt there at the end. Give us a few stats and let us know how that came to be.
Well, when you look at the blocks, it was Hazard 3, Letcher Central 1, got that one late. Steals unofficially, I might have lost a couple of those, but I had Hazard at 5. To Letcher Central's 4. From beyond the arc, Letcher Central shot 3 of 6 as a team, and Hazard shot 3 of 7. Hazard went on an 8-0 run to close that half. On the turnover battle, it was Hazard with 7, Letcher Central with 6. From the free throw line, Hazard was 1 of 2. Talon Osborne shot the lone free throws. We've only seen a total of 5 fouls in this game. Mason Boggs, Logan Kahn, and Jaden Wright all with 1 for the Cougars. Seth Cottle and Tucker Johnson, the lone fouls for Hazard. And now looking at the individual scoring. First for the Cougars, Jaden Ambergy led all Cougar scorers in the game with 8 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Mason Boggs, 5 points. Cam Hayes, 2 points, 1 rebound. Logan Kahn was 2 points, and they came from the free throw line to make Letcher Central 2 of 2 early on from the free throw line. Terry Delaney has 6 points. He got 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was the last Cougar to get that 29th point there. And then on top of that, he had 1 rebound, and Kahn also had 4 rebounds to go along with his 2 points. And Letcher Central shot 2 of 4 as a team from the free throw line to Hazard's 1 of 2. Also, Harrison Addington had 4 big points to start the second quarter. And then Jaden Wright, 2 points, 1 rebound. On the rebounding total, unofficially, I had Hazard with 12, to Letcher Central's 9. So those are your halftime stats. At the end of the first quarter, it was 19-18. Letcher Central by 1, but they got outscored 16-10 in that second quarter. And Mark and I will break down the second half for you. We'll take a 2-minute break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be back for the second half on the other side of the break.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields. Offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
Got about 1 minute and 5 seconds before this second half starts. Anthony, I think that we're going to see a lot more of the same that we saw in the first half. So far, I have to really give a shout out to Kincaid because he's really stood out, man. 12 points that first half. Cottle, even though he got 11, he didn't have to do a whole lot because he had other players that is picking up the slack for him. Same way with the Cougars. Everybody scored, but nobody has really got into that groove yet. I look for the cream of the rise to the top of this second half, and you'll see the scores for both teams kind of try to take over.
Yeah, great analysis there. I think you're on the money and on point. And it's back to Kincaid. I just looked down at the stats. 6 in the first quarter, and as you alluded to, 12 for the game, 6 in that second quarter. If he's doing that every game for Hazard, they're going to be a tough team to beat come into February, early March. But as you said here, Cougars got to tighten up here really quick on the defense. But right now, facing the 5-point deficit, Hazard being patient here early on as Letcher back in the man-to-man. And I like how you said that Seth didn't have to do a whole lot. But really, when you look at it, only 4 players have scored for Hazard, and they still have a 5-point lead. At the other end, here comes Osborne. Cottle now. Napier going to move it around. Ambergy on him, seals him off. 7.5 remaining. Oh, good read there by Delaney. And Hazard very fortunate to keep possession of the ball. Kincaid nearly lost it. Here comes Tucker Napier with the floater. Fights for his own shot. That's going to be off his back and out of bounds. Good heads-up play there by Hayes and Delaney. Well, they're going to say it's going to stay with Hazard. I thought it went off Kincaid. So there we go. But it hit the back there. I don't know, our producer was talking. Can they hear us there? I figured you there. I forgot. Okay. So it stays there with Hazard. They catch a break and Cottle the long three, money ball. Make that an 11-1 run for Letcher Central, or Hazard, dating back to the second quarter. Largest lead of the game for either team here. Nice backdoor cut. Delaney with 8 points in the game. Makes it now 37-31 with 6:45 remaining in the third quarter.
And the Cougars have to get him involved in the scoring.
Cottle now checking it around. Tucker Johnson taking his time. Nice bounce pass down to Cottle. Boy, at 16 for him. Really turning it on. 39-31, 6:20 to go, third quarter.
Yeah. Tucker Johnson does an excellent job passing from that high post for Hazard.
Logan Conn in the corner. Oh, nice. Give it go. Oh, Ambergy missed it wide open, but got his own rebound and got knocked away. Stays with it, puts it up. He's got 10 points, and that's his first point since the first quarter.
Nice hustle. He just wouldn't give up on that play.
And we have a timeout on the floor. I didn't see who caught it. It's going to be a 30-second Hazard. We'll just keep it right here. So, 39-33, 6:01 remaining. Seen a lot of the same stuff. Hazard's hit a big three there by Cottle. And now all of a sudden, Mark, we've got Hazard using their first time out of the game. How are you feeling? Both teams are feeling right now to start this first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Well, you know, like I said, they're at halftime. Starting off third quarter, Hazard's got 5 points now, all belong to Calder. Calder just kind of stepped up that next notch that we know he's capable of doing. It's kind of interesting right now. The Cougars are really scraping and getting on the boards. And like I said, Ambergy there went after 2 or 3 times before he was able to get the shot. So both teams are letting it all out on the floor.
And now Cottle will bring it up the Pirate court. Osborne now. Javion Fullwood into the game for the Bulldogs. Letcher keeps their starters out there. Here's Kincaid, another three. And a solid rebound there by Wright. Right into the game, his second rebound. Hazard now 4 of 9 as a team from beyond the arc. Letcher Central 3 of 6. 5:35 remaining. Hayes is going to take his time. Man-to-man here for Hazard. Hayes gets a nice screen from Delaney. Ambergy, nice cut to the basket, the reverse and in. Ambergy now with 12 points, and all of a sudden it's back to a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the Cougars are doing what they have to do. They just have to find a way to stop the man with the ball.
Kincaid from Napier over to Osborne now. Going to take his time. Fullwood dribbling around. Had a big putback against Knott County Central last week. Cottle will take his time. Luke Combs will check in at the next dead ball for the Hazard Bulldogs. No, not the country singer, but Luke Combs. Osborne now may have gotten away with a walk. Here's the long two. Cottle, nothing but net. He's got 18 in the game. Back to a 6-point lead, 41-35.
And he has all 7 Bulldog points this quarter.
Feeling the hot hand, kind of reminiscent from what he did there at Memorial. Here's Boggs, a long three, got it. Mason Boggs with his second three of the game with 8 points. And the Cougars cut it down to 3.
Boggs doesn't care to let it go at any time.
That was a big shot. Here comes Cottle again. Nice little fake, puts it up. Fullwood the rebound. Gets it over to Osborne. And hit close to a turnover there. Kincaid quick to make sure it didn't go in the backcourt. Boy, both coaches being vocal right now.
Yeah, they are. And that's a nice hustle to keep that ball from going across the midline.
Kincaid uses the glass, kissed it right off the glass, and gets his first points of the quarter. And he is the second Bulldog to score. Back to a 5-point ball game. Boggs looking around. Nice bounce pass. Right, swing pass over to Boggs to Ambergy. Launches a three. Got it! Ambergy. He's got 7 points in this quarter alone, and it's now a 2-point ball game at 43-41.
He's feeling it.
Letcher Central 5 of 8 as a team from beyond the arc. They trailed at 37-29. 12-4 run for the Cougars. Cottle now. Moving it around. Here comes Osborne. Osborne, tough shot contested. Oh, and Jaden Wright almost had the rebound. Very fortunate that he didn't pull that one down, and Hazard keeps possession.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a great defensive play, but they couldn't bring it in with that without losing control. But, wow, a nice defensive stance there.
3:01 remaining in the third quarter. Johnson on the inbound now from Cottle, now out to Luke Combs. It's knocked away. Combs keeps possession. By the way, the series history, Hazard leads at 22-3. Letcher Central's not been able to beat Hazard since Valentine's Day on 2017. And there's an and one by Tucker Johnson. And the foul's going to be on Jaden Wright, his second, team first. And Tucker Johnson now with his 4th point in the game. That win by Letcher Central was 64-59. Bulldogs currently have won 11 straight against Letcher Central. Johnson to push it back out to a 5-point lead, and does. Hazard now 3 of 4 as a team from the free throw line tonight. And tipped out by Trace Kincaid. Letcher Central averaging 67 points a game, 58.9, roughly 59 for Hazard. They're kind of keeping, but their opponents, Hazard's holding their opponents to 58 points a game. So kind of playing the pace that Coach Huff wants to play tonight, don't you think, Mark?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, it's definitely controlling the tempo.
As Delaney lays it in with 10 points. He's got 4 in this quarter. 43-46 now. 46-43, Hazard by 3. Oh, and a near turnover, and Hazard with their 8th of the game to the Cougars' 6th. They've yet to turn it over in this quarter. Here comes Cam Hayes. He's going to drive baseline over to Ambergy for the tie. It's short, and Johnson had it. Cottle comes down with it. 5 of 9 now. Letcher's a team from beyond the arc. Kincaid in and out. And the rebound comes down to Cam Hayes, his 2nd of the game. Hazard 4 of 10 as a team from beyond the arc. Here comes Logan Kahn to cut it to 1 off to Delaney. It's a clean block. Ball is still loose. And that's going to be last touch by Hazard. Good call there. So it will stay with Letcher Central. And we're going to have a substitution. Tucker Napier into the ball game, and Luke Combs will come out. 1:33 remaining in the third quarter, 46-43 your score. Harrison Addington into the game, Logan Kahn out. Alex Gillum coming in. And Jaden Ambergy out.
So both teams are trying to rest some of their stronger players for this last push.
Gillum sealed off. Nice pass. Here's Addington for his 6th point. Couldn't get it to go. Got his own rebound. An aggressive pass and the 7th rebound or turnover for the Cougars. Tough break there.
Yeah, again, those unforced turnovers is what gives coaches nightmares.
1:15 remaining in the third quarter. Nice screen. Cottle going to cut. Nice little floater and in. Boy, he's had a quarter. 9 points for him in this quarter alone, and it's now back out to a 5-point lead at 48-43.
A lot of people got to realize the ball handler is the one that has to set up that screen, not the screen guy. He can't move. You have to run him into him.
And we have a whistle away from the ball. I didn't catch who that was on. Did you catch who that was on, Mark? Tucker Napier. So that's going to be his first, team first. So Letcher Central and Hazard both have a foul apiece in this quarter with 48 seconds remaining. It's 48-43. Good ball movement here. Both teams have scored 14 points apiece in this quarter, a high-scoring third quarter. Hayes will take his time with 30 seconds remaining. Timeout resets. Hazard has 4 left. Letcher Central has 2. Kincaid all over Boggs. Nice bounce pass to Delaney with 20 seconds left. He'll bring it back out. Kincaid staying on him like glue. Boggs now taking his time. 12 seconds remaining. Napier not letting up. Gets a screen from Delaney. 6 seconds. Here comes Hayes. Kicks it over in the corner. Here's the long three. Money ball. And the three by Alex Gillum. And Letcher Central needed that. Gillum with a huge three to end the third quarter. And after 3, Hazard 48, Letcher Central 46. Back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
As the Bulldogs hold on that 2-point lead in this fourth and final quarter. This first 3 or 4 minutes of this quarter is going to speak volumes how this game is going to turn out.
I agree, Mark, and that can't underestimate the three that Gillum made there in the deep right corner to end the third quarter. That was something Letcher Central needed. The momentum was about 50-50, but I feel like now that just gave Letcher Central the push they needed, that little spark. And now they'll have the ball and a chance to take the lead or tie it after trailing by 8 points.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to turn this into a little run themselves. But we see what the Bulldogs have to say about this. Hazard's in a 1-3-1 zone.
Here's Boggs, the long three to give him the lead. Can't get it to go. It's tapped up, but out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Hazard. Letcher Central on that miss now 6 of 11 as a team from beyond the arc. 7:46 remaining. A 19 overall to 9 run for the Cougars. Here's Hayes to tie it, and it's going to be a foul on Tucker Johnson. He's not happy about the call. Played a good game so far. That's his second foul, team first. Sometimes that just happens. Hayes looking for his 3rd point tonight. First time he's been to the line, limping a little bit, trying to shake it off. 7:41 remaining. We got a little wet spot here. And Mark, we got a long week ahead of us here while we have a break in the action. This just isn't the first game, but we've got a doubleheader right after this, so don't go anywhere as the girls, Letcher Central Lady Cougars, will take on the Lady Cats of Betsy Lane. But on top of that, we've got Letcher County Central and Leslie County tomorrow night in boys action. Don't know if that'll be here or up at the high school. Those of you that have Facebook, pay attention to that. And then I'm, of course, look forward to all the games, but looking forward to the county tournament with the consolation game and the boys championship on Wednesday night. We have a game Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday afternoon as well as Hayes. Good on the first.
Yeah, we've got a whole week of basketball.
That's what happens when you have all of this weather makeups, and Hayes will tie the game. He's got 4 in the game, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Letcher Central 4, 6 overall, and all of a sudden that's a 21-9 run for the Bulldogs, or Cougars, excuse me. Moving it around. Here comes Johnson. Trace Kincaid, he's been hot earlier, in and out, and Gillum the rebound. 4 of 11 now, Hazard as a team from the beyond the arc. Gillum pulled down the first big rebound, had that big three. That's something to pay attention to as this quarter goes on. This is now 7:08 remaining. Delaney now. Bounce pass is going to be kicked by Seth Cottle. Stays with Hazard.
This, it's kind of neat to see a team go back to a 1-3-1 because that's kind of old school basketball, and you don't see that a whole lot. But
no, you don't.
They're making it work.
Now, whenever I think of the 1-3-1 defense, that's what Huggy Bear, Coach Huggins, used against John Wall and Coach Calipari in the Elite Eight in 2009 it was, or 10, excuse me. So that's what I always associate the 1-3-1 zone with, Mark. But you're right, a lot of teams don't use it these days.
Right. Well, I mean, you have to do a lot of talking to make it effective. You have to have a long wingspan to narrow those gaps, and which Bulldogs have that.
We've seen that all game. They've caused a couple of steals trying to go inside to Cam earlier. Cam almost got it stolen away there. And now Letcher Central taking their time, pacing here. I like this strategy a little bit, Mark, because it goes back to what you said earlier about the defensive end on who you can put on Seth with Hazard. And now taking their time here, going to save their legs. Nice bounce pass, Boggs. Oh, but Tucker Johnson there. Nice heads-up play. The 8th turnover for the Cougars. 8 for Hazard. Johnson now on the post. Hayes is on him. Johnson to put the Bulldogs back up by 2, and it's blocked by Hayes. Second block for the Cougars. Hazard has 4, so now Letcher Central catches a break. Has another chance to regain the lead, Mark.
Yeah, he made a nice move to the goal. Just Hayes was able to block the shot.
Hayes picks up his dribble, high pass. Boy, if Kincaid had been looking sooner, he may have had the steal. Boggs now off to Delaney, 5.5 remaining, knotted up at 48.
Now they've matched up to a man-to-man defense.
21-9 run for the Cougars. Or I'm sorry, 20-9 run overall. Hayes to give the lead, and we're going to have a whistle late against Tucker Johnson. And again, not happy about the call. That's his 3rd. Team second. So now Cam Hayes, we know, Mark, hit 2 free throws earlier, has a chance to give the Cougars the lead. And if you look back at it earlier, Letcher Central was down 48-43, so currently 5 straight points for the Cougars. And they're going to wipe it up here on the court over here to our left.
Yeah, Johnson has played a great game up to then. He's got to keep his composure, though, and not say things at this juncture of the game
that could warrant possibly a technical. You definitely don't want to do that. And as you mentioned, he has really played a solid game, gotten a couple boards and rebounds there. And now Cam Hayes has a chance to give the Cougars their first lead since back in the 20 points, and he does. And now we're going to have substitutions. Jaden Embergy and Logan Kahn, Harrison Addington out, and Alex Gillum will be out. Hayes looking for his 6th point of the game.
I was wondering why Mason Boggs was standing way there in the corner, and then I looked and saw Kincaid standing down there too.
Tucker Napier the rebound off the miss. Letcher up by 1. Here's Johnson from the free throw line. He got it. Tucker Johnson with his 7th point, and Hazard regains the lead at 50-49. That's Tucker Johnson's shot from the free throw line, but if you can get him to be angled or on the baseline, he won't make that most of the time, but there, when he's squared straight up, he knocks it down every single time, just about it. And Tucker Napier will be called for his 2nd foul as he grabbed the jersey. 3rd team foul on the Bulldogs.
Well, Johnson's been so effective passing the ball tonight for the Bulldogs. At that high post, he gets it and squares around, and he sees who's backdoor cutting. He sees who's coming off of the screen. He does a great job at seeing the floor.
Definitely good court vision for him. Sets that up, been key for the Bulldogs this season and throughout the years. Delaney now with 4:35 remaining. Trailing by 1. Largest lead for the Cougars was at 3, and Johnson had the good eyes, but the reverse by Embergy. And Embergy with 17 points in the game, and now the Cougars with a 51-50 lead. Mark, we've gone back to what we saw back in the first quarter.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking. This is the first quarter replayed.
Here we go. Cottle, over to Osborne. Osborne has 7 points. They all came in the first quarter, hasn't scored since. Seth Cottle, the tough shot, couldn't get it to go, and now Hayes pulls down his 3rd rebound of the game. Under 4 to go. Here comes Delaney. Napier on him. Off to Kahn. Kahn moving it around. Kahn gets by Johnson. Nice stake. And Kahn with his 4th point of the game. His first point since the first quarter, and now Letcher Central's matches its largest lead at 3.
That was a great cut. He stopped on a dime.
Johnson a 3. Got it. Tucker Johnson, who very rarely takes the 3-pointers, ties it at 53. Wow. Hazard now 5 of 12 as a team from beyond the arc. Delaney the long 2. Got it. Delaney right back at Tucker Johnson, and he has a bucket in every quarter. Does Delaney. Here comes Seth Cottle. Cottle the tough fadeaway. Cannot get it to fall. Osborne the rebound. Loses it, or got it over to Cottle again, and Cottle will tie it up off the glass. He's got 22 in the game, and Coach Huff will take a 30-second timeout. Tied at 55. We'll just keep it right here.
Well, I mean, I'm really impressed with Tucker Johnson this half, other than just the defense and a couple of steals that he's got. He's ended up with 8 points this second half alone, and that big 3-pointer was huge.
Yeah, that's something normally that he doesn't take, but he stood up, dead centered. Goes back to what I said earlier. When he's centered, you normally don't see him take it, but he knocked it down. And on the 3-point reset, you look at it, Mark, it's very close. Hazard as a team, 5 of 12. Letcher Central, 6 of 11.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be nip and tuck. It may come down to who had the ball last, the way this quarter's going.
Boy, that'd be something, and then wouldn't it be something if it went overtime too? But I think you're right. It's heading that way for sure. And on top of that as well too, we'll do the foul reset. Hazard has shot 4 free throws. They're 3 of 4 as a team. Letcher Central has shot 8. They're 5 of 8 as a team. Both teams are even at 8 turnovers apiece. Timeout reset. Letcher Central has 2 left. Hazard has 3. Kahn looking around. Kahn going to drive. Kahn right to the basket. Oh, yeah, good call there. As Johnson got him on the arm, and that's big right there. That's Johnson's 4th with 2:50 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, that again, he seems a little upset, but I mean that was he can't deny that one.
Logan Kahn to shoot his 3rd free throw, and he's 3 of 3. He's got 5 points to go with that in the game. Gives the Cougars the lead back at 56-55, and smart substitution there for Coach Huff to bring Fullwood back in, and then Wright will come in, and I think he's going to come in for Kahn if Kahn hits the free throw. Kahn got it. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and they're going to bring Ambergy out actually. So now Letcher Central 7 of 10 as a team from the free throw line, and they've got the 2-point lead back. That 3-pointer was still big by Tucker Johnson because that really kept Hazard in it there. And now here we go. Because momentum was going Letcher's way, and now Seth Cottle will pull for the long 2 money ball. He's got 24 in the game, and his 4 points have only come here in just the first few late here in the 4th quarter mark.
Yeah, he said it's time to go, so he wanted the ball, and that's what good players do.
Well above his season average. Delaney now going to drive. Napier played tough on him, picks up his dribble. Here comes Kahn again. Kahn got his man faking. Kahn! He's got 8 in the game. And now Hazard back up, or Letcher Central back up 59-57. And a near turnover, and they did. Harrison Addington was right on it, and Kincaid could not hold on to it in the corner. And now Ambergy back in for Jaden Wright. 2:07 remaining. I've got the score at 59-57, Cougars by 2, and scoreboard has saying 57-57.
I think he's correcting it right now.
There you go. They corrected it there. 2:07 remaining. So right now. And I don't know if we have an issue going on or what. We saw a clock issue. Okay. They were fixing it there. There was a boo, and Tyler Watts is rolling. Yeah.
So's Coach Huff.
Inbounds pass to Addington. Moving it out. Now to Hayes. Here is Kahn, who's had an incredible 4th quarter. Cottle on him now. finds something to go, nearly got the row. That's going to be last touched by Addington. That was very close. We saw it right here. It might have been Kincaid, but the Bulldogs catch a break.
Yeah, that was a close call either way.
Now the clock not moving. There was a substitution before the inbounds, or going to sub there. Addington out, Boggs in, Jaden Wright in, Con out. 1:53 remaining here in the ball game. You got to wonder when Coach Huff is going to bring Tucker Johnson back in, because Tucker Johnson has 4 fouls. He's really the only person in foul trouble for either team. Inbounds pass to Cottle. 1:50 remaining.
Cougars picking up full court.
Nice screen from Fullwood. Cottle going to go. It's blocked. Fullwood pulls it back, and he's going to go to the line for 2 coming up. This will just be the first team foul on the Cougars. And they get that on Delaney. That'll be Delaney's first. So 2 big free throws for Javion Fullwood. He was down the stretch. He hit 1 of 2 against Knott County the other night.
That was a big rebound.
Fullwood got the first. Makes it a 1-point game at 59-58.
Ice water in the veins. Nice shot.
Con back in, right out. 1:37 remaining. Fullwood averages 2 points per game on the year and 2.2 rebounds. He's at 2 rebounds tonight. Can he tie it? And it's off the back iron, and Cam Hayes gets the rebound. His 4th of the game. At the other end, we're going to have a foul on the Bulldogs. 4 of 6 Hazard as a team from the free throw line. And they got that, I believe, on Tucker Napier.
No, they got a Fullwood.
Fullwood, okay, thank you. His first, so now Delaney goes to the line, Mark, where tonight he is 1 of 2. Letcher Central 7 of 10 as a team from the free throw line. Delaney on the first one, got it. Letcher Central has led no more than 3 points. Mason Boggs out, Jaden Wright back in, Harrison Addington in, Jaden Ambergy out for Letcher Central. Delaney looking for point number 14, and he got it.
Coach Noble's done the offensive, defensive switch with players.
Here we go. 61-58. Here comes Cottle. Over to Kincaid. Kincaid has not scored since the 3rd quarter. Hasn't hit a 3 since the 2nd quarter. Here he is wide open to tie it. Cannot get it to fall. And Delaney has the rebound, and it was stripped. We're going to have a whistle on the floor. Con at the other end trying to dunk it here. 5 of 13 now Hazard as a team from the line. And they get that on Seth Cottle, his 2nd, team 5th. So now 2 big free throws here for Delaney. If he knocks this one in, it gives Letcher their largest lead at 4. But you talked about ice water in the veins. Here we go, Mark. Biggest free throws of the night for the Cougars.
Oh, absolutely. That was a smart foul by Caldwell, though. The Cougars had a run out on this end of the court, and he realized that and fouled immediately.
Delaney will have 1 more. He's 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Cougars 10 of 13 overall as a team, and it rolls in. Give him 16 in the game. At the other end, 63-58 your score. Here's Cottle. Got it. Nothing but net. Coach Huff will take a timeout, and the clock's not stopped. Okay, they fixed it back to 57.3. So it stays at 63-60. We'll take a 30-second break on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
57 seconds to go in this ball game. 63-60. The Cougars are up by 3. And, man, this comes down to just what we talked about earlier. It could be who has the ball last.
And, Mark, Hazard had a 37-29 lead. That was their largest lead of the game. I think the turning point in this game, you can look at many things, but I think one key play that helped the Cougars jump out to the 63-58 lead was Gillum's three-pointer at the end of the third quarter. It gave the Cougars that spark they needed. Now, Mark, it's going to be all about ball protection for the Cougars because Hazard's in the bonus. Or Letcher's in the bonus, excuse me.
Right, and they have to make their free throws. So far, they've been doing well at that. And I'm sure Coach Huff's going to put them on the line and make them earn it.
Hayes looking, trying to get it in to Delaney, and they do. And trapped in the corner by Combs and Napier. And they're going to get this on Napier, and that will be Napier's third, team 6. So now back to the free throw line go the Cougars. Now, I had Tucker Johnson with 4 fouls. I don't know if he fouled out of the game, but he may have possibly, but now it looks like Addington will come in after the first free throw. They're discussing something there. Ref Perry, Ref Fields. It's been a very great officiated game tonight. They've been on top of it, left and right.
It was 57.3, and now it's 53.7.
Yeah.
They didn't think the clock had started.
Boy, I think you're right about Tyler being nervous over there.
Yeah, he's like, I promise I started.
Here we go. Delaney, 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 16 points. Above his average. First free throw, got it. 17 in the game for Delaney.
These free throws are crucial right now.
Got it. 7 of 8 with 18 points. 65-60. At the other end, Seth Cottle, he's going to be wide open for 3. Got it! Seth Cottle, are you kidding me? Nailed it. And we'll keep it right here, 65-63, timeout Hazard. It's a full timeout, so now let's do the timeout resets for you. Letcher Central has 2 remaining. Hazard now has 1. Mark, that was an incredible shot off the screen and roll there to the right. Had 2 Letcher Centrals. Length of arms in their hands, and he nailed that 3. Big play there.
Yeah, I mean, he stepped up here in the last little bit and said, give me the ball. I'm going to take it to the house, and he's trying to live up to that.
6 of 14. Hazard is a team from beyond the arc. Letcher Central 6 of 11. They haven't taken a 3 since took 1 here in the fourth quarter. And situation here, Hazard has 16 fouls. Tucker Johnson with 4 fouls, Tucker Napier with 3. And on top of that, really, Letcher Central's Jaden Wright has 2. But outside of that, Terry Delaney, Logan Kahn, and Mason Boggs all with 3 or 1 foul apiece. So, Mark, you look at it, if the shoe was on the other foot, you really wouldn't have anybody in foul trouble for Letcher Central. Been very disciplined. Turnovers, 9, Hazard 8. I mean, it's really been just such a tight-knit game.
I think if any other Cougar has the basketball, with the exception of Delaney, Coach Huff will foul him.
I agree. And that's smart of Coach Noble to have Hayes on the inbounds. Delaney trying to get open. Outlet to Boggs. Boggs is going to go coast to coast, but brings it out. Kincaid on him. Boggs double team. Did he get the timeout? Nope, but we're going to have a jump ball, and the possession will go to Hazard. Wow. Letcher Central had 2 timeouts there. I know they were trying to dribble the clock out, but Kincaid was right there for Boggs to possibly get 2. Big blunder there, Mark.
Yeah, Coach Noble was trying to get the timeout, but the referee didn't see him.
Here comes Cottle to tie it, and he does. Cottle with 31 points. I said it could be overtime, and the Cougars turn it over on back-to-back possessions. 18.9 seconds to go. Wow, Mark. Tough situation there. And now Coach Huff, he's going to use his final time out of the game. With it being so close, we'll just keep it here with 18.9 seconds remaining. Wow. It was a 65-60 lead. Seth Cottle hits that incredible 3, then the 2, and we're knotted up all of a sudden.
Yeah, and you know who's going to go after the ball.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Kincaid has definitely disappeared. He hasn't scored a three since the second quarter. Has only a bucket in this half. Had 12 in the first half, only 14. But you're right. Seth Cottle had 11 at halftime. He's got 20 in this half, Mark.
But Addison's been on Kincaid. Do you switch Addison over to Seth Cottle and hope and pray that you can stop him once?
Well, that's a tough situation. Yeah, and you got fouls to get. Hey, you've got fouls to give if you're the Cougars, so maybe you try that, mix that up a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to get them intentional or in the act of shooting, but Hazard will have no more timeouts. Cougars will have 2. That was a good heads-up play there on the other end there for Hazard to cause that jump ball and to get the possession back, but Addington is in the game, so we'll see, Mark, if that's what they do. Coach Noble and company, you know right now Hazard's going to hold for that final shot.
Oh, absolutely, especially if they can get it in Seth Cottle's hands.
So Hazard will inbounds the ball with 18.9 seconds, tied at 69 under their own basket. Tucker Napier on the inbounds. Jaden Ambergy guard. Now Hazard has no timeouts, and Kincaid gets it just in time. Kincaid in the corner may have gotten away with a walk. Over to Osborne. Back to Johnson. 13 seconds. Coach Huff brought him in. He's playing with 4, and we're going to have a foul. Smart move there because you got the foul to give if you're Letcher Central. That's Delaney's second, team second. So Letcher Central with 3 more fouls to give, 9.7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the key is not to let them get a shot off.
And they go to Cottle with 7 seconds. Delaney on him. Cottle gets the screen. It's stripped. Cottle keeps it 3.7 seconds. Cottle gets it off at the horn. Oh, my goodness! Seth Cottle with the three-pointer at the buzzer. And Hazard escapes Neon with a 68-63 victory. And they close the game on an 8-0 run. What a finish at the Roy T. Reeser Gymnasium tonight. We'll be back in 3 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields. Offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
In Letcher County, we know accidents can happen when you least expect them. If you've been hurt, call Hatton and Watts. We'll stand with you, just like your team does on the field. At Hatton and Watts Law Office, we're your hometown team, fighting for your family after an injury. Hatton and Watts Law Office, Letcher County's champions in personal injury and car wrecks.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance, While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
(68-65). Hazard closes the game on an 8-0 run after trailing 65-60. Seth Cottle hits a crazy three-point shot at the end, being very well guarded and defended. I told you and Kobe during the break, Mark, I'm like, that's like something you see with Duke, North Carolina or something on college. I'm still kind of speechless and not able to. I've never seen it change like that in all of my years of broadcasting that quickly. But wow, what a finish, and we'll look at the final stats here for you. 19-18. Cougars led it after one. At halftime, it was 34-29 Hazard, and then at the end of the third, it was 48-46 Hazard, and then they pull away the 68-65 victory. As far as the blocks were concerned tonight, unofficially, I had Hazard with 4, Letcher Central with 3. Steals are probably probably not the case. I had it at 5-4. That's probably way off on that one. You look at the turnovers. Letcher Central, and one of their biggest ones came up at the end of the game. We'll talk about that here briefly. They had 10 to Hazard's 9. Hazard had control, or Letcher had control of the whole turnovers the whole night there until the very end. And then from beyond the arc, 7 of 15, Hazard shot as a team. Letcher Central shot 6 of 11. And now we'll look at the scoring. First, for the Cougars, Terry Delaney, he was 18 points, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds. He led all Letcher County scorers in the game. Jaden Emberg, he had 17 points, 3 rebounds. Mason Boggs, 8 points. Cam Hayes had 5 points from the field, along with 4 rebounds. Logan Kahn, 8 points to go along with 5 rebounds. He was 4-4 from the free throw line. Alex Gillum hit that big 3. He had 3 at the end of the third quarter, 3 points and 1 rebound. Harrison Addington, 4 points and 1 rebound. Jaden Wright, 2 points and 2 rebounds. Letcher Central shot an astounding 11 of 14 as a team from the free throw line. Hazard shot 4 of 6. And Luke Combs had 2 points. Javion Fullwood, he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had 1 point and 2 rebounds. Trace Kincaid was the second leading scorer for Hazard. He had 14 points in the game with 1 rebound. Tucker Johnson, 10 points, hit that big 3 to go along with 4 rebounds. You normally don't see him take it, but he hit a big 3. Talon Osborne started off strong. He had 7 points in the first quarter, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds in the game. Tucker Napier, no points and had 3 rebounds. But Seth Cottle had 11 points at halftime, had 23 in the second half, finished with 34 points to go along with 4 rebounds. And I just think the 2 key plays there, Mark, was when Letcher Central was up 65-63 after the Tucker Johnson three-pointer. Mason Boggs comes down here. It's just him and Trace Kincaid. Boggs brings it out. Seth Cottle comes over here to the right. They cause a tie-up. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Hazard. And then after that, Hazard ties it on a Seth Cottle jumper. And then on top of that, the next possession, Letcher Central turns it over really quickly. Hazard has it with a lot of time left. They draw a foul, or the Letcher Central uses a foul to give, and Hazard has no timeouts at that point. Harrison Addington, Cam Hayes, Delaney, they're all on Cottle. And then at the very end, the ball's loose. Cottle, top of the key, just throws it back up, fades it, knocks it home. And that's how Hazard was able to escape Neon tonight with the 68-65 victory.
Yeah, and we was joking about it at halftime, but it come down to actually who had the ball last, and Seth Caldwell had it last and threw a Hail Mary and come out on top.
Hazard goes to 15-8 on the season. Letcher Central falls to 12-10. Don't go anywhere. We will have the second game for you next of our doubleheader between the Lady Cougars of Letcher County Central and the Lady Cats of Betsy Lane. We'll be back in about 7 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.